Late last year, Senator Xenophon called for a full inquiry into the Church of Scientology, following these claims of forced abortion, amongst other abuses. Now, can you tell me what has been Anonymous's reaction to these allegations? What has been their measure of protest in response to this?
Anonymous has heard many of these allegations before. People in the United States and elsewhere have claimed that this was what they experienced when they were in Scientology. We were very pleased to see Senator Xenophon step up and take the concerns of his constituents seriously and push for an inquiry. Since then, we've been very happy to see the increased number of ex-Scientologists who are willing to speak up publicly, and a lot of people were getting behind this push for an inquiry. I was very pleased to see that the Greens also supported Senator Xenophon's push, and understandably a lot of people were disappointed when the Liberal and Labor parties both declined to support this inquiry.
Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think Prime Minister Rudd and Tony Abbott have put the brakes on this inquiry?
I think that many politicians have a concern that they do not want to be seen as in any way restricting the activities of a religion, because obviously most people are quite religious in some way or have some affiliation with a church, and it's seen as an intrusion into a religious group.
Okay, now, particularly with this regard of religion, now, the government also blocked an inquiry into the tax-free status of the organisation. Senator Xenophon also proposed that an inquiry be carried out into the Church of Scientology as worthy of tax-free status.
Right.
Now, do you know anything about what happened here?
Well, I think what Senator Xenophon was doing was, after discussions with the other senators, he decided to put this forward as a first question, I suppose. Looking at the tax status of religious organizations, because currently a religious organization is automatically granted a tax exemption. It does not have to prove that it is actually providing any charitable activities or any benefit to the community. In the United Kingdom, they have a different system whereby any organization that wishes to be tax exempt under the charitable status needs to actually show what they're providing to the community and where the money goes. Currently, organizations such as the Church of Scientology are automatically tax exempt because of their religious status. And this is quite troubling to me because the Church of Scientology operates a number of business functions, such as selling of books and courses at extremely high prices in some cases. And from ex-Scientologists who have actually worked with the finances inside the church, we know that a huge amount of money is transferred to the United States headquarters of the Church of Scientology, and it appears that a large amount of profit is actually being made.
What do you think should happen to the leaders of the Church of Scientology?
I would like to see them held accountable for the ongoing and systematic abuses within the Scientology organization, because there are specific Scientology policies that actually dictate everything that happens within the Scientology organization. They actually authorize and encourage the recruitment of people into the Sea Org even when they are 12 years old. They encourage people to be bonded to work for the church for below minimum wage pay for their entire lifetime. There are policies that authorize the use of harassment and intimidation against perceived enemies of the church. And I think that the leaders of the church in Australia and overseas have to answer for what they're doing to these people's lives.
Where do you think the political debate will go from here? Do you think that it'll continue to be an issue in Parliament?
Well, Senator Xenophon has indicated that he is determined to seek justice for the victims of Scientology. And Anonymous as well is not going to just give up now. We've been protesting for 2 years. There are ex-Scientologists who have for decades been speaking out against what happened to them in the Church of Scientology. And I don't think this matter will stop now. Senator Xenophon indicated he will bring this up in Parliament again and again until the major parties stop acting like cowards and do something to help the victims of Scientology.